What's up, millennials? NFTs have become a little bit less popular over the last couple of weeks, but Chiliz does have some very interesting price catalysts coming up that could lead to an increase in the price of Chiliz. In exchange for your time in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about the major news for Chiliz. We're also going to look at smart money coming into Chiliz, and then we're going to do some technical analysis. So let's do it. Let's first of all take a look at the market cap on coinmarketcap.com to see what the market caps of the NFT coins right now are looking like. Well, we can see that Theta is still in #1 position and Chiliz still in #2 position. Theta has a market cap of a little bit more than $10 billion and Chiliz right now almost $2.5 billion. So that is definitely a big change, of course. We can see also that the volume of Chiliz is relatively high compared to the other NFT coins, especially if you look at the volume over market cap, the ratio over here. So you can see that the volume of Chiliz in the last day or so has been around 650 million, and in the last 7 days it was 3.3 billion. So that is quite a lot. And if you take a look at the volume over market cap, this is actually looking at the volume of the last day versus the current market cap of Chiliz. We can see that that number is relatively high for Chiliz if you compare that to other coins like Theta, for example. This has a lower ratio, of course. Decentraland has a lower ratio, Engine Coin has a lower ratio, etc., etc. So it definitely looks like the ratio for Chiliz is pretty good. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is a very good metric to look at, but I do think this indicates that there is quite a lot of interest in the Chiliz coin. On May 13, we had pretty major news for Chiliz because, as you might know, Chiliz is mainly focused on soccer or football or however you want to call it. And yeah, we already had a lot of big clubs, a lot of big football clubs, a lot of big soccer clubs like FC Barcelona, like Juventus, like AC Milan. And right now we also have the first national team that is partnering up with Chiliz to bring out their own fan token. And the launch of this is going to come in the next coming weeks. But we do see that Argentina is going to become the first national team in the world to use these fan tokens to engage with the global fan base on the socios.com platform, of course, which is linked to Chiliz. So we don't know for sure yet what kind of access the token holders of Argentina are getting exactly, but in general, the Chiliz tokens, or yeah, the soccer tokens, usually get access to voting rights, for example, in polls, VIP rewards, exclusive promotions, AR-enabled features, chat forums, games, etc., etc., etc. But we have more catalysts coming up, not only for Chiliz itself or socios.com, but also for the Argentina token. Because according to this article, we can see that socios.com has major global expansion plans for 2021, and they are going to increase their presence in Europe, but also targeting more fan token launches, not only in the US, but also in the UK, Asia, and South America. And according to this article, we can also see that we are going to have the Copa America of 2021 this year, of course, which is going to be held in July. So I definitely think that could be a positive catalyst for especially the Argentina token, but also for other Chiliz tokens out there. I can definitely imagine that Chiliz is going to be a little bit more in the news in July when the Copa America is going to happen, but I also have seen a few soccer matches where Chiliz is, for example, being marketed around the field, and all the people who are watching the television, they can actually see Chiliz on the screens, on the marketing screens over there. But Chiliz is not only related to soccer or football or whatever you want to call it again, but it is right now also related to the UFC, because the UFC are also going to bring out their own token, the UFC fan token, of course, and this is scheduled for launch in June this year on socios.com, and it's going to have a maximum lifetime supply, of course, of 20 million. So that is going to be another interesting catalyst in June coming up, which could lead to more interest in the Chiliz tokens. And do keep in mind that the UFC has 625 million fans all around the world, so all of these people can have actually access to a UFC token, so it's going to be very interesting to see what is going to happen in the next coming months for the Chiliz blockchain project. Apart from that, it also looks like we have some smart money coming into the space of cryptocurrencies, but also the NFT space. I listened to this video a while ago. This is a video from Real Vision. If you're very much into stocks and cryptocurrencies, then definitely check out the YouTube channel of Real Vision. So I listened to this a while ago and I remembered that they were talking about Chiliz, and these are, by the way, some macro economy guys. So they are just starting to get into crypto, and they talked about Chiliz in this video. What was very interesting to me, by the way, was that this video was aired on March 1st on the website of Real Vision for paying members. I'm not a paying member myself just yet, and this video was released on YouTube on April 15th. Now, if we go into the charts and if we go and take a look at what happened after March 1st, when these guys were talking about Chiliz on their platform to all of the paying members, which usually are, members with quite a lot of money invested, we can see that right after that day on March 1st, we saw a massive increase in the price of Chiliz. So I'm not entirely sure if this is just coincidence or if that actually means that the smart money was coming into the space because of this video on Real Vision. Okay, so let's now dive into the technical analysis for the Chiliz coin. And let's first of all talk a little bit about the support lines and the resistance levels. So first of all, we can see a pretty important support level at 39 cents, more or less. We can see that that was created by this low over here. If we go to the 4-hour chart, for example, we can see that that was a massive low back in the beginning of April this year, of course. And if we go back to the daily time frame, which is the time frame we are going to be looking at today mostly, we can see that that same level of 39 cents was a major down level, a major support level for a move at the end of April 2021. And right now it seems that we are bouncing a little bit off that support line at 39 cents, of course. But we do need to keep in mind that we are coming into some resistance around 45 cents because that 45 cents level was used a lot by this region over here as support. And right now it seems to be that, we now need to see if this is going to be turning into resistance instead. Because usually if you go below support, then it often turns into resistance. And if you go above resistance, it usually turns into support. So that is going to be an interesting and very important level to look at in the future in the next coming days. But if we do close above that, I kind of would target a move a little bit more higher, probably potentially even to 57 cents, which is a level that has been very important in the past as well, mainly because of this top over here in the beginning or in the middle of April, and also by this top over here at the end of April. So those are some major levels that I am looking at right now. Also, if we look at the exponential moving averages, we can see some interesting things. First of all, the 55 exponential moving average, which is this white line over here, we can see that that often has been used as support as well. We can see that it bounced off that support line pretty well over here on the 7th of April in 2021. It was used here around the end of April 2021 as well. It actually dipped below that for a few days or just 2 days, but then it quickly got back up. And right now we are trading for a few days below that 55 EMA. So let's now see if that 55 EMA is going to be used as resistance or if it's actually still going to be used as a semi-support. I do think, again, if we're going to trade above the 45 cents and even above the 55 EMA, then I would move a target, of course, back to the upside. Now, what is also very interesting is the interplay between the 21 exponential moving average and the 55 EMA. So the 21 is the purple line over here. And what you see happen quite often is that the 21 EMA always tries to stay above the 55 EMA. So right now we can see that there was a lot of divergence between the 21 EMA and the 55 EMA, but right now it has come back down and we see that the 21 EMA is very close to that 55 EMA. So let's see if now the 21 EMA is going to bounce off that 55 EMA, and that would also indicate that the price would need to go to the upside in the next coming weeks. Now, if you take a look at the volume bars, which are these gray vertical bars over here, we can see that the current volume is quite on the low end. So currently, it is very, very low. So I would be looking at an increase in volume to see if we're going to have another trending move to the upside, because that is what we saw, for example, over here after the 1st of March when the video from Real Vision was launched. We can see that there was a massive increase in volume, and that led to this massive move to the upside. Basically, the same thing happened over here. We saw very low volume going on over here, then the volume increased over time, and then that led to this massive move to the upside too. So let's now see if we're going to get more volume in the next coming days to indicate that we might potentially have a move to the upside happening. Then let's also take a look at a few indicators. First of all, the RSI. We can see that the RSI, which is this blue line over here, is still below the EMA on the RSI, which is this white line over here. And that usually is still a bearish sign. So I would be potentially looking at the RSI crossing back above the EMA on the RSI. And usually also a bullish sign could be that the EMA on the RSI, so again, this white line over here, starts to go up instead of going down, because it has been trending down for the last couple of, weeks, I would say. But it would be good to see this white line back to the upside. That would indicate a bullish movement. The MACD is very similar in this regard. We can see that the MACD, which is this blue line over here, is still below the signal line. So that's the orange line over here. And usually it is a good sign if the MACD goes back above the signal line. So let's see if we are going to see that happening too. And of course, just like the EMA on the RSI, we can see that the signal line has been trending down for the last couple of weeks too. So it would be good to also see that signal line going back to the upside. Now, a potential trade plan I'm looking at, and this is of course not financial advice, but I might do it if we see a closure, a daily candlestick closure above the resistance level of 46 cents or 45 cents actually, and if we see that same daily closure above the 55 EMA with a lot of volume, with a solid RSI, with a solid MACD, then I might get into a trade, and that is going to be looking a little bit like this one. So I might enter at around 46 cents. I would target a move to 68 cents. I'd likely, take some profits at 57 cents. Both these 57 and 68 cents are important resistance levels. And I would actually get out of the trade, so place a stop loss more or less if we close a daily candlestick below 38 cents, because the 39 cents level is definitely a big support level. So if we close a daily candlestick below that, I would get out of my trade. So that would indicate a risk-reward ratio of almost 3-to-1. And of course, as always, I would always share my buy and sell alerts. If I would start a trade, a swing trade in Chiliz, I would share that with my Discord premium members, because I always share my research and my buy sell alerts and some premium videos, of course, with my Discord premium members. So if you want to sign up for Discord premium, then please go to nesami.com/member. So there you go. It looks like Chiliz does have some positive catalysts coming up. We have the Argentina fan token, the UFC fan token, and also potentially some smart money coming into the Chiliz token. And as I've mentioned, according to technical analysis, I might actually start a swing trade in Chiliz sometime soon. And those positive catalysts combined with technical analysis make me wonder if I want to start a swing trade in Chiliz in the next coming weeks. Now, I'm very much looking forward to hearing from you as well. Are you bullish or are you bearish for Chiliz in the next coming months? Let me know in the comments. And with that being said, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye!